Packers and the Detroit Lions. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Come on, set. 90, Wolf. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. You draw corker.
On first down, Dickerson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
General West. Let's make these babies pay. Exit. 4-7's the mic. 4-7's the mic.
Here's 2nd and 8. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 44-yard line. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that, you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
At the 43-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And his kick is right there. It's good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Let's go now. 8, read. Come on. You better pray. Zoo.
On first down, Lawrence. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
High 7.
To throw again, Lawrence. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Check, 59. Ready?
To throw on 3rd down, Lawrence. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play.
And the Lions first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On the ready.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59. And watch that. And watch the clock.
Throwing on first down. Lawrence. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Carter. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Hey, wahoo! Get it.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. Open man. He's got him. The tight end, Hockenson. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of play.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Recon, 132 fighter. 5. Go.
2nd and 15. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will tie us at 3-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around, 1st and 10. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
On the set. Pilot, 64. Weak. Get that quarterback. And on the coach. Snap.
2nd and 1. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
3rd down, and 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Slam, slam, slam. Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch. Big rip.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Check 6-6. Pull it high.
On 3rd down, Dickerson. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
But it brings up 4th down.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Dickerson. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. This is caught. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Complete to number 18. 1st and goal, Green Bay.
Go now. 10-2 stop. Watch the run. Watch the run. 80 weapon. Hit it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in. And the Packers have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. A run there on 1st down gets 3 up to the 28. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Charlie.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Ready.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run with Sanders. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
8, read. Hey, Foxtrot. 2.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
59. Mike's 59. Check my 61. Matchbox lights. Mike's 59. Deep grip.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
He'll let this go for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
47, check my 47. Watch the run. Mike's 47.
Recon, 132 fighter. 5.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it indeed. Here come the flags. Well, now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll look to throw here. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Second and 10. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Hey, Delta.
They'll drop the throw. And that is incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays. The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
And he comes back with one complete.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Check, 59.
Shoot.
From the gun, Lawrence. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Greystone, travel.
Slam.
Go. Deep river.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Rush in.
Protein spill.
59 mark. Check, 59. Double dog. That's the way.
And that'll set them back 5.
Let's go, baby.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Check 26.
Topper.
I'm coming. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
We own them. Hey, Alpha.
56.
Yo, go.
Check 56.
Look at me. Zipper.
56. Mike, 56, right there, right there.
Ready?
From the gun, Lawrence. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Intended for number 89. Incomplete. Brings up second down and 15 yards to go.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Man out, man out.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Bravo.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59.
Back to throw. Lawrence. Over the middle, complete. It's Carter. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. The crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really, I'm doing it now. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Hey, exit.
59 Mike. 59 Mike. Check, 59.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
15 line.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Hey, Zoo. Hurry up.
Off the play fake. Lawrence trying to lay one up deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Lawrence. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll run on 1st down. Dickerson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Check 6-6. Pull it high. Come. Shoot.
On third down, Dickerson. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
Check,
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it second down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. He'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Collins. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. You said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
218, chop. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Get it.
He'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Ready.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Let's go.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
Second and 5 at the 42-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
61, matchbox lights. Hey, orbit.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike.
Hit it.
2nd and 5. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Now they run with Sims. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
You ain't doing that.
To throw on second down. Lawrence going underneath. He's got Hawkinson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. The Lions on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Go. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. Mike. 56. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
On third down, they turn to Sanders. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A 20-yard touchdown as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
This is taken at the 10. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. A gain there of 21 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far, a big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game, exactly the formula they need. And I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true. It's actually right.
It happens more often than you might think. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On the draw, here's Sanders. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Tighten up, tighten up.
Another run here with Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything, change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
General West.
Here we go. Mike, check, 59.
Let's go. Keep grip.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. He got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hawkinson. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 31-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 10.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Switch up, switch up.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, and he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable, but do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense, but that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. This to get it back to a one-score game. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Here we go, set, 15, line it, 15 line.
On first down, Dickerson. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Keep it up, guys. Check 52.
Pilot, 64, weak.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
It's 3rd down and 5 yards to go.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. Check 31, check.
Greystone, travel.
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down